of Montego Bay. Now, I must tell you that the police have always formed a part of the activities for Reggae Sumfest. And we are going to be talking to one of the senior officers here in Montego Bay, who we have seen very often on our television screen, talking about crime and the efforts they're putting into controlling crime. And to a great extent, I believe they have had quite a degree of success in terms of getting crime under control. And so we're very pleased. I am always very pleased when I run into my friends in the police force, especially those who are at a senior level. It's what you call security for surety. And I'm going to ask the two officers to just introduce yourselves as you join us here on this live broadcast.
All right. My name is Eron Samuels, Senior Superintendent of Police in charge of St. James Division. And
I'm Linroy Edwards, DSP in charge of Operations, St. James Division.
All right, Sir Linroy, we might be meeting for the first time, but myself and Mr. Samuels were right in this very same spot last. Oh, we've met before? Your brother trained you. Oh, my brother trained you, Belvin. Okay, we have. All right. Good to see you. No doubt he's listening right now and would be very happy to hear that. I myself did not make it to the force, but I do have my brother and other family members who were involved in the force. Mr. Samuels, I've seen you more on my television screen than we have caught up in person like this, but it's usually a case where you're talking about crime and truthfully, the successes that yourself and your team are having here in Montego Bay. It looks like you're having good success over a significant period of time.
Yes, the team that I think one of the best teams across the country. The management team, DSP Edwards is my operations officer, but we have created a system that we have used to ensure that we have continuity to the successes that we have. And I must give kudos to the men and women of the St. James Division for the work that they've been doing and our stakeholders. We have worked closely with all our stakeholders, the military, the fire, the citizens, other stakeholders, and it has been a good journey thus far, and we intend to keep it going.
Mm-hmm. Given the size and the magnitude of the festival, what specific preparations would you say that you're putting in this year to as we get closer to Reggae Sumfest and during the festival itself?
Okay, so Reggae Sumfest, last year was his first baptism to Reggae Sumfest, but I was here from 2022. And every year we have started our preparations early. So our meetings are ongoing. We are looking at the plans, outlining where we have the gaps that need to be filled. And we are getting the necessary support in terms of external stakeholders who will be coming to assist us. So it's really jump in this saddle and start going because we have the plans. There's nothing that we do without an up order and a plan that guides us in terms of how we do what we do. And I mean, managing a festival like this requires a lot of stakeholders, not just the police, but other entities that forms the security apparatus.
Mr. Edwards, if you don't mind, what kind of collaborations go on in preparation for this festival with, say, stakeholders like within the tourism sector or immigration for that matter to ensure that the thousands of visitors who are coming to our shores, can get smooth entry and so on and so forth? Do you have constant conversations with them?
Yes, we do. We do have constant conversation. And up to recently, we had a simulation exercise where the police, military, and other stakeholders participated in an event at the airport, just in case. So we are prepared for eventualities, and of course, from time to time, with the various arrivals, sometimes we have larger than expected stopovers and visitors. So specifically for the festival, as it grows near or draw nearer, we intensify our cooperation and communication and collaborate, of course, to ensure that people come and go smoothly and enjoy the festival and also they stay in Jamaica, Montego Bay specifically.
Right. The residents obviously will have to play a role in terms of how things are conducted. What's your word to the residents of Montego Bay?
Well, of course, I'm sure we are getting the feedback. People are happy about what is happening, the peace and the tranquil that is being currently enjoyed in Montego Bay, and it's encouraging. A business person can speak about uptick, especially in entertainment, nightlife, particularly, and we want them to understand that we'll continue to make it a safer environment. Everyone has a stake in this festival and overall tourism in Montego Bay. So for them to continue to partner with us and ensure that they maximize on their their investments, and of course interaction, customer service,
yes,
being pleasant, being Jamaican is very important. So continued communication and collaboration will of course ensure that they have a wonderful stay and enjoy.
Wonderful, wonderful. Officer Samuels, if I get back to you, do we have anything like any curfews or restricted zones or anything of that nature that we might have to contend with leading to the festival?
Well, we have managed last year to have our major reductions without any state of emergency. At the time, depending on what's happening on the ground, if there's a flare-up in a particular area, we may look at a curfew. But as it stands now, we've been enjoying some good weather as it relates to crime, so we have not had anything major. In fact, since the start of the month, we've only had one shooting incident, and we have had no gun murder. We had a stabbing incident, and I think that shows for St. James that is a major achievement, and we want to keep that going. You had interviewed the mayor just a while ago.
Yes.
And he's a major stakeholder that we have with the municipal corporation. He mentioned a couple months ago, late last year, that St. James would be the safest city in the Caribbean. And as it stands now, looking at the numbers, we are.
Yeah.
And I am really happy for the support. We were able to lay out our plans to the mayor, and he was able to buy into it. And he's championing the cause as well to keep the reductions going.
Great relations between both the municipality and the police. The crime numbers generally are trending down. In fact, I heard as recent as today on a newscast that in terms of murders and so on, down by about 70% less than what it was like, I think, last year this time.
In May.
Yes. Yes. Now, this is a major achievement, and I want to publicly commend you and all the members of the force across the island. First, I get the feeling it's the first time in a long time that we have this level of reduction in crime taking place, not just in St. James, but all across the island.
Yes,
to what do we attribute this? Is it just a motivated police force?
It's a motivated police force with solid leadership. Dr. Kevin Blake and the rest of the management of the force, the DCPs and the assistant commissioners, leading all the way down to us. A significant investment has been made in our leadership skills. And I believe that with that motivation to the police force, we're able to show what we can do. And it's just the tip of the iceberg. I can tell you that yesterday at the Police Federation conference, you could feel the energy in the room when the commissioner was lauded by the members of the rank and file, which is rare. It brought tears to a lot of persons' eyes, including the commissioner.
Really?
However,
including the commissioner.
However, what is to note is that this sort of reduction has been in the making because we have invested over the years. And I believe that at this point in time, we are at the tip of the iceberg, and we have a motivated force that will continue to make it go down. And for St. James, last year we had 22 murders, and so far, for me, and we have one so far.
Congratulations.
We are 42 less murders compared to last year, which is a 64% reduction in murders for St. James.
Wow.
And this is all because of the work done by a strong management team and a dedicated and disciplined and strong men and women in the St. James Police Force.
Division, yes. Great stuff. Congratulations again. Great seeing both of you. Mr. Edwards, good to see you. I'll give my brother your best regards. And Mr. Samuels, good catching up with you as well.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good evening. And we catch up at the Reggae Sumfest for sure.